Spring, approach report of terminated. Tires on the driver's side, they're going wrong lanes in the traffic again. There's no traffic though.
Run.
One sec, coming back here.
We've seen the Cinnamon Challenge, we've seen the Tide Pod Challenge, and now in 2023, it appears we have a stealing car and going on a high-speed chase challenge. Oh, it's so exciting. Well, before you put on a pair of black gloves, let's see just how well this trend turns out for these teens.
Vehicle slid out of control.
Whoa.
Stop! I'm releasing the dog!
Midday on April 10th, 2022, officers from the Glendale Police Department in Wisconsin received a call for help. The caller witnessed a female in a pink sweatshirt leaning into a freshly broken window of a vehicle that was in a parking lot of a shopping complex. When the officer arrives on the scene, they begin patrolling the area for suspicious activity. Before long, they find two males who were interacting with a green Hyundai. Upon the officer's arrival, the two males jumped into a Kia Optima that appears to have a total of 7 passengers.
Whoa!
The officer also noticed that the Kia...
Wow, okay. Failure number 1, doing this in the broad daylight. Failure number 2, you run off as soon as you see the cops. Man, that makes the cops go nuts. Now, he said there's 7 passengers in the car. I'm assuming he means 7 people, 1 driver and 6 passengers. I've been in a car just like that. That ain't legal. You gotta have seatbelts, people, and it just doesn't add up. And we don't even know how many people are in the trunk.
had a smashed window, indicating that the vehicle was likely stolen. The Kia then leaves the parking lot at a high rate of speed. This gives the officer enough probable cause to pursue the vehicle.
Heck yeah! With theme music. Get it? Oh my word.
Approach report of terminated.
Oh, that's so dangerous.
Spring, call 74838 out of Illinois.
And they didn't even need to be over there because the cop has unimpeded traffic to follow them. Guys!
I am not in pursuit. I'm just following, continuing west and east. Coming up on heavy traffic.
I'm not in pursuit. I'm just following. Well,
they're continuing in the wrong lanes of traffic. There's heavy traffic coming. I'm only following, not in pursuit. West and east.
friends, don't run from the cops. But if you do, don't drive in the wrong lanes of traffic. If they hurt someone here, and then heaven forbid, if they killed someone, this is a situation where they could get a negligent homicide charge. This is really, really bad. You just can't drive over there. It's so stupid.
They got a flat tire. Back, left side, and driver's side. Front is flat.
Why do they have so many flat tires?
They're continuing west in the east, not in pursuit. It's a Kia, Illinois plates. They have now corrected back into lanes, correct lanes of travel.
Okay.
At this point, the officer loses track of the vehicle. Luckily, officers got a call in from a witness that stated they saw a dark gray Kia traveling at high speeds in another location minutes later. This leads to officers locating the vehicle once again. They continue to pursue at speeds reported to be up to 100 miles per hour.
With flat tires. Oh, this is about to get crazy. Oh, this is about to get crazy.
Past the 2500 block eastbound on the mill.
Oh, man. I mean, so they got some fleeing here. Oh, no, again with the wrong lanes? Wow.
They're coming up to one car on the mill that's going west. They're going east. They're approaching Green Bay or Red Bay.
Whoa, no. That was a really dumb move by that white car. He needs to stay to the right. He's got to stay to the right. He can't drift left in front of them. Oh.
Approaching. They're slowing down. They're going to be going south on Green Bay, the wrong lanes of traffic. I'm going to be terminating and coming up to heavy traffic. I'm at 4 with 50 in. 10-4, just following, not in pursuit. They're coming up to traffic. They're south on Green Bay. Coming up
Hey, if you know what he means, following, not in pursuit, hit me in the comments. I think it means that he doesn't have his lights and sirens on. But he does now.
East on Bender, approaching the Parkway. 2 flat tires. Frank Paul 74838 out of Illinois. Wrong lanes of travel. We are continuing east. We're in the correct lanes of travel now.
Dude, this cop is pretty. He's pretty even keeled emotionally.
Their car is falling to pieces right now. They just lost their back tire and their last back bumper. We are eastbound on Bender, passing Bittersweet. Speeds are 80. No traffic out here. Correct lanes of travel. Coming up to port. They're on rims right now, sliding.
Okay.
Coming up to a red light at Bender and Port. Nearly missed the vehicle, slid out of control.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. This is intense. The officer is so calm during this pursuit. It's fascinating, but he obviously has the upper hand since he has 3 times as many working tires as they do. What you see when they get out of the car is a classic move, which is everybody scram in different directions because there's only one car that's been in pursuit, but obviously this other car is showing up. Somebody's going to get a head start and somebody's going to get hunted down like a dog.
Both officers decided to chase the suspects who ran off to the left. Here, you can see the other suspects stop running for a moment once they realize they are not yet being chased.
In pursuit, drivers, black male, red sweater, black pants, short afro. We are running behind Ace, northbound. Police, stop! I'm releasing the dog! Driver, black male, red sweater.
The officers communicate and coordinate as to where the other suspects had run off to in hopes of capturing all 7.
750. In pursuit.
Man, this is getting tense.
Get on the f***ing ground! Get on the f***ing ground! Get down! Get down!
Car, I am wanting.
Get down!
Okay, I'm down.
Camera 160. I believe 2 passengers ran east from my location. I see a citizen pointing cell phone on my bell.
750. In pursuit. Landmark credit union. Stop running. Stop running. Stop running. Put your hands behind your back.
From my location, I see a citizen.
The police officer has to get this guy out of the roadway. He can't like finish his arrest here. Like he doesn't have to risk the guy running off, but like they've got to get these suspects in a place where they are not in danger. And this is a very bad situation right here.
I got 1 female in custody. The black male wearing a pink hooded sweatshirt. Just cut eastbound from mid block. I'm laying down.
One second, I'm in the backyard.
I guarantee you this guy's pulse is like 180.
Release your hands! Get on the f***ing ground!
Got the gun out.
On the ground! Now! On your face! All 3!
Very
I got
tense.
3 behind an address. Get an address!
Real quick, I just wanted to say that Attorney Tom / Attorney Reacts content is now on Spotify. We just launched a partnered show, link in the description. Go check it out. Now, back to the video.
All 3! Out! Let's go! No!
Hands up, you crawl out on your knees. Let's go.
I can't, it's too small.
I don't care, you're small, let's go. On the ground. Let's go. Come off from underneath there, on your face, sprawled out.
East of the 5-point squad behind the...
Go to the block, just north of the railroad tracks, and come east.
Crawl out this way, bud. You, crawl out over here.
1 second, let me get an exact address.
Stay there. Move over here.
You got them at gunpoint?
I got it.
Wow.
We're behind the house on the northwest corner.
He is breathing so hard.
I'm pointing 2 other officers with me. Behind the house. All 3.
1 to 3.
Hands out in front. Hands out in front. I'm not asking again. Let's go. All right. Currently, we got 1 gray t-shirt, black pants. 1 striped black and white with gray pants. 1 black shirt, light blue pants.
Okay. That gun, you just scared me. Y'all shoot you.
Only if you got a gun. You got a gun? Well, then you ain't got nothing to worry about, do you?
So these guys have said, I'm afraid you're going to shoot me. And he's saying, I'm only going to use my weapon if you have a weapon. And that's why in a situation like this, the cop's going to have his weapon out. He doesn't know what he's getting into. He doesn't know what these guys have planned. I feel like when they flee on foot, they never make it. Never make it.
Ran. Almost hit another car.
According to court documents, all 7 passengers were eventually caught. Between the 7 suspects involved, 6 were charged with operating a vehicle without consent as a passenger. 6 of the suspects were charged with resisting an officer by running on foot, with the 7th not being charged as they stayed in the vehicle when it initially spun out. One of the passengers was charged with the possession of THC. The driver of the vehicle was charged with fleeing an officer, first-degree recklessly endangering safety,
There you go.
operating a vehicle without consent as the driver, and resisting an officer. All, if not most of the suspects involved were under the age of 18, and at least 1 passenger is as young as 12 years old
Oh,
during the
man.
incident. Because of this, it appears most of the court records have been redacted. Of all their court records, only 2 were able to be found. One of the defendants pled and was found guilty of eluding an officer and was sentenced to 40 days of community service. Unfortunately, that particular individual currently is going through the court system for a different incident they were supposedly involved with in January of 2023. Allegedly, they operated a vehicle without consent and resisted an officer. The other defendant...
Okay, just real quick. This operating a vehicle without consent, when you were a kid, you were told that that word is stealing. They took the vehicle. That's what it means to operate it without consent. However, it's a much lower threshold to prove someone operated a vehicle without consent as opposed to the fact that they actually stole it. So it makes sense. But here's the deal. When these people are charged as minors and not as adults, the court system has almost no interest in actual punishment. What the judicial system wants is to get people back on the right path. Now, if it works or not, you tell me. I mean, we all grew up with people who seemed like they were in trouble with the law when they were kids, and then they were in trouble with the law when they were adults, and nothing really helped them. And even one of the guys in this story, he's already in trouble months later. But the sentences on children, because they are meant to not be punitive, but instead like restoring them to like law-abiding behavior, are always very light. And they don't want them mixing with other people who are criminals and getting into even worse crimes.
And then we have information on had their charges dismissed but read in. This means that they were not sentenced, but the charges would stay on the record and be considered if they were to commit another crime in the future. For this particular defendant, it only took them about 3 weeks to be caught driving a vehicle without the owner's consent and fleeing an officer, both of which they were found guilty of due to a guilty plea. For this, that individual was sentenced to serve 12 months in prison with an additional 12 months with extended supervision. However, that sentence was suspended or stayed. and the individual will now serve 24 months probation. Additionally, their license has been revoked for 6 months.
Well, okay, but they can't drive their own cars, apparently. I mean, this guy has a thing for other people's cars. When he says that their sentence was suspended, what that means is instead of imposing the real sentence, they gave him this lesser one of probation, which I guess that's a good idea, but sure seems like this guy just wants to steal cars. Yikes. And that's a wrap on that one. The outcome of that was not hard to see coming. And now you see that this TikTok trend maybe is not the one that you want to be participating in. Or maybe you do, I don't know. Let me know down in the comments if you want to get in on the trend or if you think it could get popular with some people that you know. And don't forget to subscribe if you like dumb teens facing the consequences of their actions, because I've got these videos right here you could check out before you go away. See you next time. Bye.
Big verdict.